Hi ladies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I am Sherry Horner, and this channel is for women over 50 embracing and navigating the second phase of life. So today I want to talk about maintenance. I have a lot of maintenance to do in the garden, so I hope you'll follow along with me. But the season is changing here in late August, and I like change, but I don't like change. So comment below if you feel the same way. I don't like the season changing because I had everything the way I wanted it in my garden, and then things started to die. Plants on my deck started to die, and I just wish everything could stay the same for a lot longer. Not just a little bit longer, but a lot longer. So today I am switching things out. I'm doing a lot of maintenance in the garden. And I don't know if I will finish any projects in one day. It may take longer. So do you ever do that? You start a project and then you have to put it on the back burner and come back and complete it another day. Well, with me, it's the decision making. So because I'm not sure what I want to do. So I'm kind of having to take out all this that is dead and decide what I want to do, what I want to put in there. So I do have some plants down here, and I love these. My friend had given me clippings of her plants, and they have grown up really nice and big. So I was thinking about putting those back in the planter behind the swing and see how that looks, because they have such a beautiful fall deep red and purplish colors, and then the pop of green and white. So I'm not sure, but a lot of maintenance going on today. So I want to encourage you to start to make some changes, or comment below what are the changes that you're making for the new season. Are you decorating outdoors with mums, or are you decorating inside with some pumpkin theme decorations in your home? So anyway, I hope you'll follow me along. Maintenance in the garden, and sometimes when we get started on things and we know other people are working on things, it kind of motivates us. So follow along and make plans to go ahead and start your maintenance program, and come back, and I hope to have a finished product at the end. So thank you so much again for subscribing, for joining this community. Please comment below. Let me know what projects you're working on, what changes you're making for the new season to come. And I would love to hear all about that. So that sounds great. Okay, so here we go. Let the maintenance begin. Okay, I'm not sure. So sometimes I have to sit and look at something for a while. There's a couple of those that should go in a little bit bigger pot, but I may be changing that. So do you do this? Comment below if you do things and then have to sit back, take a look, reevaluate, and then decide if you want to make changes. Or do you just know exactly what you want to do and you do it and it comes out exactly how you envision it? So thank you so much for joining me on my maintenance. Now we're going to move on to the garden. Oh, lots of stuff going on in there. And so I want you to think about maintenance in your own life, the maintenance of your home, your yard, the season changing, and just maintenance overall. We have to maintain so much in our lives, but what do you do to make maintenance easy in your life? What are some tips that you use, some tricks? Leave a comment below if you have certain maintenance tips for your home, for cleaning, for seasonal cleaning, deep cleaning, maintenance for your kids, grandkids, maintenance for your job. What are some tips? Because we can all benefit from your comments, anything you want to share with us. Yeah, maintenance is tough. But anyway, we're going to go on to the garden. So thanks again for hanging in there with me. Let's clean some things in the garden. Okay, great. Here we go.
So this was my final decision for the planter behind the swing. And these are my friends. They're going to help me move a planter from one area to another. They are excited about being a part of my garden decor for the autumn season. So this plant was under the shade tree behind the potting shed. We're going to take it out front. I want to put this planter under the shade tree in the front just to change things up. I'm trying to be resourceful and use what I have to change things around before I decide what plants to buy. So this area could use a lot of enhancement. The planter's looking kind of lonely,
I'm not sure if I should,
but I'm just trying to enhance the curb appeal, even though I call it curb appear.
Curb appear.
Yeah, the planter's looking kind of lonely there, so I decided to move it. Let me see what it looks like from a distance. And I decided it's looking a little crooked, but we can fix that. That's better. Now let's move on to the garden. I have 3 potted mums that came back from last year. I did have them sitting in the garden, but I moved them under the shade tree because of the extreme heat that we've had. I didn't want them to fry before the autumn season. They haven't started to bloom yet, and I didn't want them to perish before they had a chance to bloom. The Mandevilla is beautiful in the garden, but I'm moving it up front so it can be seen from the front of the garden, so I can enjoy it from the window of my house. Just picking up some random things that are no longer being used in the garden. Maintenance is not fun, but I'm trying to enjoy it, embrace the journey, So the hanging baskets with the jazzberry petunias and the sweet potato vines, I loved putting those baskets together. I love the jazzberry petunias. I look forward to adding that to my garden again next spring. They just really added that beautiful purple pop of color. The marigolds I grew from seed in these pots were in the back of the garden. So I'm moving them up front to add to that autumn feel of orange and yellow. So I'm looking for my pruning shears, which I should have attached to my hip. The cosmos are looking pretty sad, so I'm going to try to deadhead some more of those and hope that some more blooms come out before the season's over. I really enjoyed the cosmos as well. And those will come back next year. So more marigolds. The tall ones I grew from seed, but around the base of the pot I added the smaller marigolds that I got on clearance from Walmart, and I nurtured them. On the other side of the garden there's another mandevilla that I love, that color. Moving that up front as well. And the hibiscus trees and the petunias are doing great in those big, large planters. Marigolds that I bought at the beginning of spring to put into the raised beds where the vegetables were growing, because my marigolds I grew from seed had not bloomed yet, and those are really thriving. So I'm just deadheading a little bit. Keep those thriving like they are. And the zinnias are few and far between. Some of the pinks and purples are gone, but the deep orange and yellows are still there, adding to that fall colored decor. So I'm just cutting a few. If you were here with me in my garden today, I would cut flowers for you and hand you a bouquet to take home. But for now, these will just go into a jar for me to enjoy in my home. The watermelon patch is finally sprung. All of this came from 3 seeds. It took a while to get going, but now they are thriving, and lots of weeds in the middle that is hard to get to in the center of the patch. So as I'm watering in my garden and taking care of the maintenance, I think about the things that I have fertilized and the weeds that I've pulled. And it does help me reflect on my own life and the things that I fertilize in my life that grow and thrive, and the weeds that are created in my life and within my own thoughts. And then sometimes pulling weeds is not easy when it comes to your thoughts. When it comes to my thoughts, sometimes I gotta dig deep and get right in the middle of things to really tug at those weeds in my mind. Spending time in the garden is very therapeutic, and there's a saying, either you're thriving or you're dying. So I kind of relate my garden to my life and my thoughts. And I just want to encourage you to embrace your weeds and then let them go. Pull them out one by one. Enjoy maintenance of your own garden and your own life. And today I just want to remind you to start something new. Try something new where you are with what you have. Thank you for joining me on my journey in my maintenance and for being a part of this community. Thank you also for subscribing and sharing this video, helping to grow our community of women over 50, navigating and embracing the second phase of life. I'll catch you on the next video.